Hello and welcome, Angelinos. We thank you for tuning in to yet another brilliant episode of the Galaxy Guy podcast, hosted by Chris Maldonado, a show made by loyal Galaxy fans for loyal Galaxy fans who bleed blue, white and gold. So join us as we talk about the ins and outs, as well as the ups and downs of your favourite team, the one and only, the Los Angeles Galaxy.
Bienvenidos, Angelinos. Welcome, Galaxy fans, to the Galaxy Guy podcast. Como siempre, I'm your host, Chris Maldonado, bringing all of you yet another special player interview. Today, I have the pleasure of having with me a young man who started off his career at the illustrious La Masia Academy in Spain. He later transitioned to the Barcelona Residency Academy in Arizona. He recently began his senior national team career with the U.S. men's national team. Most of you will recognize him as one of your starting defenders for the LA Galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of Mr. Julian Araujo himself. Julian, brother, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, my man. Thank you so much for having me on, and I'm excited to be on your podcast.
It's awesome having you on, man. And by the way, congratulations on this past Saturday, big victory. You had a monster performance. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much.
Right on. Another thing, you big congratulations on your new number this offseason. You were assigned the number 2, which is in soccer terms, it's a pretty big deal for a defender to be assigned one of those staple back line numbers. It's a big deal, but also I've heard that the number 2 is very symbolic and special to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of my best friends that passed away in 2018, his favorite number was the number 2. He played basketball and football. I thought it was something that I wanted to transition to coming in my 3rd year. I wanted it from the beginning, but it's a big number. Perry Kitchen had it before, and so it was available this year. I was excited to get the number 2. I was ready. I was ready to take the next step, and I want this year to be a very big year for me, and not only for me but for the squad as well. And I understand the responsibilities that it takes when you have the number. But it's just a very special number to me because my best friend, it was his favorite number, and I want to continue. I wanted to represent him, and this year I wanted to dedicate all to him.
Sure. That's very special, man. And in a sense, it's a bit of a tribute to your friend's memory every time you play on the pitch wearing that number 2. That's very special. Speaking about your upbringing and how you started off, we've seen some of your posts on Instagram, and it's very obvious that you're very fond of your hometown, which is Lompoc, California. That's where your family resides, correct?
Yes.
Lompoc, of course, is largely agricultural. It's an agricultural community, which I actually just found out while researching it a little bit, that it's the flower seed capital of the world. Is that right? I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that, but they do call it the city of flowers. I think it's called. I think that's what they say about Lompoc. Like when you enter Lompoc, it says Lompoc, welcome to the city of flowers.
Well, that makes sense. The capital of the seed, flower seed, apparently. So, how has that been like for you, man? To live away so far from your roots.
To me, it hasn't really been very difficult for me. I've always been someone that was away from home, whether that was just never being home all day, just being outside with my friends, or being on trips because of soccer. But yeah, moving at the age of 15, I think it was a little bit hard towards the middle where sometimes it would get boring, and I felt like I didn't have anybody out there with me.
Sure.
Yeah. Other than that, man, I was very focused on soccer, school, so I had things that kept me very busy. But yeah, like I said, man, I was always a guy that was outside with family, with friends, and someone that was never rarely home. I was either outside playing soccer or just doing stuff with my friends. But to me, it wasn't very difficult. I love to go back home whenever I have the chance. But yeah, I haven't had time, but it's all good. I love being on my own.
Oh, for sure. Now, as far as Lompoc is concerned, you do quite a bit of charitable work alongside the LA Galaxy Foundation and the United Farm Workers Foundation in Lompoc. Julian, a lot of pro athletes talk about social change, but they're actually, it's kind of hard to actually see them put in the work physically. You're out there on the ground, helping these people. Can you tell us a little bit of how that started, the desire to want to help the Lompoc community, the farmers community?
Yeah, so to me, it wasn't really about just Lompoc. It was just um, the farm workers in general. I seen a post when I was on my way home when there were some fires in Salinas, California.
Right.
I think that's about like 2 hours north of where I'm from Lompoc. Yeah, so I seen a lot of fires and a lot of smoke, and the farm workers. Sorry about that. The farm workers, my bad.
You're
The
good,
farm
brother.
workers were still working in the conditions that were going on. I think it was something that hit me right away, and I called my agent and my mom saying that I wanted to just to donate and help them out. I had a lot of family that have worked in the fields and
Mhm.
a lot of stories that they've told me when they were working in the field. So for me, I just thought it was very important when I had the audience or the platform that I
Okay.
wanted to do something about it, and I want to continue to do something. But yeah, man, it wasn't really too much about just Lompoc. It's just the farm workers in general.
Now that's beyond admirable. I mean, especially at such a young age, to have the desire to want to help others. I mean, as a Hispanic myself, I do have family members who are also migrant workers who have come to the United States who are it's kind of hard to put that into perspective for a lot of people out there, just how hard it is to be a field worker. Some people are out in the heat during the summertime and they're like, wow, it's so hot, I'm about to faint. But it's like these farm workers are out there every day, sometimes 6 7 days a week, working in triple digit heat, and it's extremely hard conditions, man. So it's very good. I applaud you for that. If there's anything that you need from us in the future here at the Galaxy Guy podcast, I'd love to be a part of that, brother. If you ever have any projects ongoing in Lompoc, hit me up. I'd love to go out there and help you
Appreciate
out,
it.
get
Thank you
my
so
hands
much.
dirty.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure, bro. I'll definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, man, we're definitely we're definitely still wanting to do more with UFW. Maybe even start like in my own organization,
for
sometime in the
sure.
future. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of focused on these on Galaxy in the game.
For
But
sure.
we definitely want to continue to do some work.
For sure. Let's talk soccer. Like before we get to the Galaxy stuff, as far as your soccer career is concerned, brother, for some of the fans out there who might not be entirely aware of how your journey began, um, tell us how did it all start? I understand that you're the youngest of three, but I guess you're the only one that played soccer. Is that right?
They all played soccer. Yeah, my brother and my sister both played soccer. Just never after like high school or AYSO.
Right. When did you start playing soccer?
I started playing soccer at the age of I think 4 years old. Um, yeah, I started playing soccer, played AYSO, maybe till I was about 9 or 11, actually 10,
Hmm.
something like that. And then I played at Condors, Central Coast Condors out in Arroyo Grande.
Sure.
There I was there for I think 2 3 years, and then I went out to Santa Barbara Academy. Was also there for a couple years. Then from there I got scouted by the Barcelona Academy in Arizona.
Mhm.
Was there for about a year, yeah, a year, and then I think my junior year, no, my senior year came to the Galaxy. Played academy for a couple of games, maybe 3 4 games. Played with the second team for I think 2 or 3 games.
Mhm.
And then preseason started with the first team. I went into preseason with the first team. And then after preseason, I signed with them. But yeah, man, it all came very fast. It was a very quick transition. It was something that I've always dreamed of as a kid, a childhood dream for sure. And
Sure.
I'm glad I was able to accomplish it. But there's many more goals that I want to check off my list. But yeah, man, everything came by super fast.
The sky's the limit, man, and you're just getting started. But as far as you mentioned the Barcelona Residency Academy, that's in Arizona. But I understand you also had an invite from the big big Barcelona Academy in Spain, La Masia. Is that correct?
Yeah, so at the Barca Academy in Arizona, they select I think 3 to 4 players or maybe one of each age group. I think it was to
Hmm.
go train with the teams in La Masia. I
Sure.
was one of 3 to go, one of 3 or one of 4. Can't remember, but I was one of the 3 or 4 that got to go out there and train with them. Actually, when I was on my flight there was actually the time when I found out my best friend passed away. I was actually on a flight. I landed in Utah. There was like 70 to 80% chance that I was gonna turn around and come back home. But I thought about him, and I knew that he wouldn't have wanted me to turn around, and I knew that we had talked about it when the night before, saying he was wishing me all the luck in the world. And yeah, so I found out on one of the flights there, and then I decided to go that day. And I did
Sure.
very well there, actually. I think if I was 18, they had talked to the technical director at the academy here in Arizona, that they wanted to sign me
Wow.
to play for their Barcelona juvenile team.
Hmm.
Um, but I wasn't 18 at the time, and I didn't have a passport. Um, and then I got the opportunity to play for the first team. So I took the opportunity to play for the first team. But there was negotiations going on with me coming to play for the juvenile team out there.
Wow. Now, that actually makes three Galaxy players in this current roster that have been through La Masia. That's Jonathan Dos Santos, Victor Vasquez, and yourself. I don't know if a lot of fans out there were aware of that, but that's three. La Masia is
I was there for about like a week and a half, I think it was, for a trial. But yeah, it was very different. It was an experience for sure, and I enjoyed every minute of that I was out there for.
hey, it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, soccer academies in the world, and
Yeah.
99.9% of people won't even be able to play a single minute in that academy. So the fact that you even got invited and spent time there is enormous.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
now, uh, speaking still about soccer and your career, of course, you play as a defender. That's your primary position, and I must say you've played it pretty well so far. You've earned yourself a starting position, even over very experienced players at right back like Ralph Felcher when he was on the team, and now even over O'Neill Fisher, who in his own respect is an experienced MLS veteran. I want to know, Julian, how do you stay motivated? How do you continue to drive yourself forward to continue, you know, owning that position, which is now yours? It's you're the
To be
starting
honest, I
right
just
back.
show up every day to try to work. I know it's a job, and my dad has always told me that people are gonna want to take my job, and people, um, I gotta fight for what I want, and I know every day I gotta show up and be the best version of myself. What keeps me going is my best friend, grandpa's that passed away, and my family that have sacrificed a lot to get me to where I am now. So I wake up every day and try to be on time, and yeah, man, just work the hardest and just keep my feet on the ground, and take advice from all the veterans that are there, all the guys, all the very experienced guys that I've had. I've had the opportunity to play with Slatan, you know, um, with Chicha,
Chicha.
Jonah, Pavon, Seba, Sasha, all these guys that have been around the game for so long, Victor, all these guys like you mentioned, they've all been around for a long time, and I like to ask questions. I like to get information, and I like to just apply it. And even I tell them I want them to tell me when I'm wrong and what I'm doing wrong and what I can do better, because at the end of the day, they're trying to do is help me become the best version of myself.
For sure. And it's being reflected on the field. I mean, we see that the chemistry to this team is just something like we haven't seen in a very long time. It's very evident, different players on the team are posting, fun social media videos, locker room stuff. It just seems like the atmosphere is different. We haven't seen it. Everyone seems to be having fun and enjoying themselves. What's the atmosphere like in that locker room? Which guys in there would you say are like the leaders?
Um, to be honest, I think everybody just gets along, man. It's not really like one pointed out leader. I think everybody has kind of switched our mentalities around. I think everybody has good vibes. Everybody's going in with a smile. We're always playing music. I don't think last year we played music one time in the locker room.
Wow.
Now we have JB, our assistant coach, that plays music for us before a game day. Like it's crazy. It's very good for us. Like we enjoy everything. Yeah, we're playing music, getting along, playing two touch in the locker room every day, every morning for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. After training, we'll stay, play. But everybody just gets along, man. I can't really point out leaders, but they're all the older guys are leaders. They lead us young guys. But yeah, man, everybody's just, it's a different atmosphere. Everybody loves each other. I don't think last year we ever did we did one get together, one like meal together. But
Wow.
this year we've got together quite a bit, and everybody just wants to win the championship this year, man. We're all on the same mission. We all know what we want to get. We all know our goal, and we all know what we're gonna have to do to reach it.
For sure. And speaking a little bit about your personal career, if we can deviate a little bit and talk a little bit about the national team, how did that come about? Were you who approached you, and how did that conversation go when they reached out to you about representing the U.S. national team?
So I think I was like 15. Sean Shakiris, he was one of the U15 coaches. I used to always come to Carson for like camps, for like US camps, like one day trainings, 2-day trainings. So I would always come out here for trainings, and I probably for like a year and a half, 2 years, never got a call up to the first, or to like the U15 team, U16 team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was actually playing center back when I got my first call up. It was at the IMG tournament in Florida. But yeah, I think I did well there, and the coach John really liked me, and ever since then I've just kept my spot, and have just worked hard and just been with them. But yeah, it was definitely a conversation with Sean Shakiris and my coaches back at Santa Barbara, at Condors, and even my coach that I had at Galaxy, Brian. So it was I don't know, man. It was I was very young.
center back. That's very interesting,
I was playing center back, man. I played center back till about like, I don't know, maybe U18.
Wow.
U20s I studied. U18s a little bit, started playing right back, center back, right back. And then yeah.
I mean, you've played now even left right wing. You've played as a right winger.
Right wing. Yeah.
And how is that? Be honest with me. Do you enjoy it when a coach tells you like, hey, you have to play in the right wing today? I know Schelotto had you play there a couple times. Do you enjoy it?
For me, I just want to play, man. To be honest, I just want to get on the field. Like if I'm going to be a starter, whatever, man. I just want to play. But yeah, I think me playing right wing helps me a lot whenever I go back to right back, just because I can now, like when O'Neal was playing when we were playing against
Seattle. Yeah.
I went over the game, and yeah, man, it just kind of helps me realize where I would want the right wing to be in situations where the left back would have the ball or the center back has the ball. So it definitely does help me. I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I like to be very far up the field. I like to
Right.
attack. But yeah, comfortable. I'm not as comfortable. I'm not the best at it, but I'll do whatever I got to do to get the job done.
Hey,
But
that's the attitude.
yeah,
That's
man,
the right attitude.
it definitely gives me a little bit of like information. It's like homework, just to just to realize where I would want the right wing to be.
Sure.
This helps me out, man. To be
That
honest.
makes a lot of sense. It gives you perspective
Yeah.
by playing the right wing position. It gives you perspective when you have to play in tandem with a right winger. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. So, still on the topic of the national team, going forward with the national team, do you see yourself possibly being part of a potential World Cup team? Now, given that this is perhaps the most exciting and talented group of young soccer prodigies that the U.S. kind of has in the works right now. Guys like Pulisic, McKinney, Gio Reyna, yourself, Josh Sargent. The list goes on and on. Um, I don't believe it's ever been this good as far as young, raw talent like yourself. A lot of people believe that this team could be something special and perhaps, just perhaps, could compete seriously for a World Cup title. Have you ever given much thought to that, Julian?
Um, to be honest, not really, man. I know there's a lot of right backs, but that doesn't kind of put my head down. I just want to continue to work hard and get these games this season in.
Mhm.
Um, you know, it's a possibility to everything. You never say no, man. I'm gonna work hard and try to be the best I can be and try to be the best version of myself, man. And if my name gets called up, then I'm gonna be ready. But I know there's a lot of things that come into it. So whatever
Sure.
happens, happens, man. I trust God's plan.
Hey, for sure, man. And you're staying focused on the Galaxy stuff. This season there's a lot riding on this season, right? It's a new coach, new coaching staff. It's a new feel. What do you guys do in the off time? Like you personally, for example, I've noticed that you and some other guys are big gamers. You guys play FIFA, right? I mean, that seems to be the go-to game.
I play Call of Duty, man. A lot of us play Call of Duty, believe it or
You
not.
play
But
Chicha?
yeah, man, sometimes I play with Chicha. Haven't played with him in a while, but yeah, man, for me, I get home, uh sometimes take a nap. I have two dogs that I walk. Um yeah, I do that. Watch TV a little bit, take care of my body a little bit.
For sure.
Play Call of Duty, and some like my brother has been here he comes and visits for 2 weeks, so just chill with him. I have a friend that's over now,
Hmm.
from back home that I haven't seen in a year. So just try to do that, man. I like to I'm a homebody. I like to be home sometimes right now
Right
whenever
on.
it's season. But
Do
yeah,
you,
man, it's
do
just
you
an everyday thing.
do
What
you
was that?
play as yourself when you do play FIFA? Do you play as yourself?
No, I don't. I honestly haven't played people in a minute, in a little bit. But like my friend was playing earlier, and he was playing with me. It's funny. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's got to be surreal, man. Hey,
Yeah,
do you know Giuseppe Gustella? Since we're on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
topic,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my
Giuseppe
boy.
Gustella, the Godfather.
Yeah.
He represents the Galaxy in EMLS. Um, he actually had a Q&A with us a few weeks ago on the largest LA Galaxy fan Discord server, and he said that he helped you build a gaming PC. Is that right?
So he built my gaming PC. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy, man.
Oh, for sure.
He's a legend, and he's very good at what he does. But yeah, he
Yeah.
actually did build I still have it now. He helps me with like PC stuff, gaming stuff all the time. Like that mic that you have right there, he got me one that I wanted. He hooks me up, man. He's a
Man,
man.
he's awesome. He's on our Discord server. A lot of your teammates are actually on that Discord server. So if you ever want to hop on there and interact with the fans, talk to Giuseppe, talk to other Galaxy players, Joe Totino's on there. It's fun, man. I'll send you the link. You could
Okay, for
join
sure.
us.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe do a Q&A with us there on the
Let's do it.
Discord
Let's
server.
do it, man. For sure. I'm down.
For sh-
Anytime y'all need me, I'm there for sure.
For sure, brother. But listen, that's virtual soccer, virtual reality. Let's get back to the topic of real life soccer.
Yep.
I'd like to talk a little bit about the defense this year, Julian. The LA Galaxy, for the most part, has been far more improved defensively than in previous years. But the defense still seems to be a work in progress. I know you guys have a new coach. There's a new philosophy. There's new players coming in. There's really been no clean sheets yet, but in your opinion, what does this LA Galaxy team need to do better or improve upon in the defense? What are your impressions so far?
Honestly, we've focused a lot. To be honest, we've focused a lot on our back line. We do a lot of just individual drills, like positioning drills. I think we've done a fairly good job with the time being with this coaching staff. We as a defense and as a whole team go over film after games,
Sure.
just to try to focus on things that we can be better on. I don't know, man. It's kind of difficult, I don't to be better. Like I think just staying connected as a whole back line could be something we can get better on, just moving forward and back together, side shifting, But I think with time we'll be very good. We, like I said, man, Dan, our coach, focuses specifically with us, and that I think that's what we lacked all last year. We didn't have a coach that would focus on the defense. We did everything as a team, and now we do defenders, forwards, and midfielders. It's a positioning thing. We try to work as a team, and I think, like I said, I think we'll be very good. And I think with a little bit of more time, we can get it all down together.
That's unique. So last season it was just straight up group work, and now what you're saying is that you guys are basically splitting the offense. I imagine midfielders and then the defenders working separately, doing your own drills.
Yes.
Okay.
But it helps us a lot, man. It's like just communicating when to step out, where the ball is, who's stepping out, how we cover. It's very good. It's very helpful, especially learning the right back position. Still, it's I enjoy all these little things that our coaches are doing.
Sure. And you do have some new teammates this season in the back line. I guess if you consider goalkeeping also part of the defense, right? What are your impressions so far of Derek Williams and Jonathan Bond?
Very good guys. Very good guys. Very good players. Very helpful. Never negative, man. Never, always positive. They turn all the negatives into positive. If someone makes a mistake, they try to tell you why you made the mistake and what you need to do to be better. Derek's very helpful with me, especially just because he's a defender. Him, Daniel, George, they're all guys that have been around in the game for a long time. So I love playing there with them, because they're always just giving me information. If I do something wrong, okay, it's all good. You can do this after, and we go out. Like when Derek has the ball, he tells me where he wants me to be, just depending on the left wing, the forward. But they're all very good guys. George is a very good player, been around this league for a long time. But yeah, man, on and off the field, they're very good guys. I have nothing bad to say about them. They work hard. They're just like, I like them.
And it seems to, what you're describing is that they're very patient with you, and they just tell you exactly what they want.
Not just with me too, with everybody. They're good to everybody, man.
Okay. So probably a little bit of a change from the Zlatan era, where you guys are probably getting yelled at a little bit during practice, right?
Yeah, it's all good though. That's good.
I think it was funny that Jonathan, during one of our press conferences, said he said se cagaban en los pantalones every time Zlatan would yell at players. But no, that's awesome, man. It's definitely a noticeable difference.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And like we talked earlier, Julian, I mean, you're no stranger to hard work. I mean, you grew up watching your parents work their butts off, the grind, that hard work, Lompoc. you know firsthand what it's like to work hard and grind, and it's perhaps a big reason why you've been so successful at such a young age in the sport. And that, of course, means that your hard work hasn't gone unnoticed. Um, Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you have received some attention from abroad. There was some talk this offseason that there were several teams that were potentially interested in you, or at the very least, keeping a tab on you. Um, is there any truth to that? Did you hear anything about that? Were there people
Um,
in contact
I
with
only
you?
know of a couple teams.
Mhm.
Um, uh, but yeah, man, it's nothing. It's like I said, I'll just focus on my Galaxy. I have this year in contract left, so I want to win a championship. But if
Sure,
the time comes where it's the right situation for me, then my goals and my aspirations as a kid from Lompoc and basically coming from a town that doesn't really have much opportunity. I want to go for it all, man, and that's always
for
been my
sure.
goal. So
You,
if the situation is here,
do you
um,
see yourself playing in Europe one day?
yeah, for sure, man. I definitely want to go. I definitely want to go. I'm patient though. I have no rush. I'm
Sure.
19 years old. But yeah, man, like if situation comes where the opportunity is right,
Yeah.
then
Now,
I would definitely have to consider it. But once a G, always a G, my guy.
hey
I'll be
man,
back.
once a G,
I'll be
always a G,
back.
brother.
I'll
Now,
be back for sure.
I have to ask you, if you got that opportunity, Julian, if you got that opportunity and you got a chance to go to Europe, which team would you just love to play for? Is there a team that like close to your heart?
Anywhere, man. I just want to go. I just want to go play at the highest level. But yeah, man, I don't count any team out.
For sure.
it's it's just me going out there bettering myself. Yeah, I don't mind it. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm focused here with Galaxy. We have a mission that we're on a road to, and we all want to get there, man. And we're all on the same page. So
For sure.
right now, like I said, I'm not really patient. I know there's been talks and everything, but I keep that out of my head, and I'm focused here with the squad and working hard and trying to learn the position because these coaches have been very very good with me,
Yeah.
very very helpful. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to learn the position, be the best I can be, and whatever comes will come. But right now, I'm focused with Galaxy and trying to win a championship.
That's the grind, man. That's the grind. And I can appreciate that. I guess you could say it's not unique to Hispanics, but for some reason, Hispanics just, especially, I don't know,
Yeah, for sure.
personally myself, guys
Yeah,
that come from rough beginnings, you just want to try that much harder to get
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
peak, right? Yeah.
But it's
So
the best feeling in the world. I want to get there, and I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to get there.
absolutely, man, I can feel the exact same way. Um, but speaking still about the LA Galaxy, you're staying focused on the LA Galaxy for now. What are your personal goals for this 2021 season with the LA Galaxy?
Just keeping my spot. Most importantly, I'm 19 years old. There's veterans on this team that, I'm sure O'Neal wants to take my spot. I'm sure O'Neal's working every day too.
Sure.
I'm here to keep my spot. He's been very helpful with me as well. He's made me a better player, and I'm sure I've made him a better player. So we're always giving information, and he's been very good with me. But yeah, my personal goal is just to keep my starting spot. I wanna learn every day while I have the chance to learn from the guys that are on the team, from the coaches that are here. I want to learn the position as much as I possibly can. Um, for me, I don't know, man. I want to be. I don't know, man. I
Now,
don't really have like.
it, it seems, Julian, that everyone from the fans to the coaching staff to some of the players, they believe that this LA Galaxy team is something special. Unlike nothing we've seen in the last couple of years. What is your personal feeling about this, brother? Do you think that this team can make a deep push for MLS Cup this year?
100%. 100%.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
100%.
confidence, man. That's awesome.
I think we'll. I mean, I definitely do think we can get there. 100%. If we're Man, it's crazy. Like we said earlier in this interview or this podcast, man. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe, 100%, man. These coaches have brought in a different vibe. These players, we're on a different. We're all on the same mission, man. We all know what we want to do, and we all know what we're gonna have to do. We come every day to train. We come every day to fight. We know we have we Sasha came in yesterday morning. We've never had a meeting like this before. Sasha came in yesterday morning, got all the players together. Look, we have 3 games, 4 games before we go on a break. We need to win these games. Austin's coming to play us, a new team, and we can't treat them any different, man. We got to keep pushing. We want to win these next games before we go on a break, but we want to keep our head high, and we want to just keep going and fighting and fighting. And this whole week, everybody's trained really hard, man. Our mentalities are different, man. Everybody comes to train every day, man. And if you're not having a good day, man, everybody's just there to pick you up and to help you. You don't have a good day one day, then you come back the next day and you'll have a good day. But everybody has definitely been on everybody very hard, trying to work hard. If you're not working hard, they point you out, and we're holding each other accountable.
That's awesome, man. It's evident on the field that there's chemistry in this team, and it's working like a unit. I mean, there's still some work to be done, right? It's far from
100%.
perfect, but
Yeah,
it's there. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything will come, man. We're like we said, man. New staff, new players, new team.
Right on.
We're gonna do whatever we got to do to get to where we want to be. But yeah, we're working towards it.
Right on, brother. That sounds, I'm sure the fans out there listening to this, watching this on YouTube are going to love hearing that, man, because there's a lot of confidence. Even me, I'm like smiling just listening to you say that, because it's just so reassuring. There's a lot of confidence in the players.
Man. Fans are everything, man. Because of them, we're gonna push for it.
Absolutely.
We're gonna push for it.
Absolutely. Well, Julian, I really do thank you for your time, brother. You're an awesome dude. Keep doing great stuff on the pitch, off the pitch, with the community work that you're doing. But just quickly before I let you go, is there a direct message that you would like to give or send directly to all the fans watching this show right now, Galaxy fans out there that are your fans?
Man, my G's, I love y'all. Once a G, always a G. For life, man. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys for all the love and support, through the good, through the bad. And, we're going to continue to fight for you guys on the field, like we know you guys are going to fight for us. And, man, I'm so happy, and I'm sure everybody else is happy to see you guys back out there. And hopefully we can continue this way, and hopefully get the whole stadium popping, man. We hear you guys, so we want to just keep it going. Appreciate you guys, like I said, man. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure everybody else appreciates it. But like I said, man, love y'all. G's up.
Awesome, man. Thanks again, brother. Well, folks, you heard it here from me, your host, Chris Maldonado, and my guest, LA Galaxy player, Julian Araujo. I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. There will be more to come. Julian, again, brother, muchas gracias. Have a great week.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you having me on here, and we'll definitely get something back again.
For sure, brother.